So we have all new details about Galaxy's Edge that's coming to Disneyland and also Walt Disney World, and we also have an inside look at one of the new attractions. So let's dive into it all, up next. Hi there Waltoneers, I'm Jack. This is DSNY Newscast, and yes, I know this is not a Tuesday or a Thursday, but don't worry, the regular upload schedule will be resuming later on this week on Thursday, but for today it's breaking news, so let's just get straight into it. As last night, Disney hosted the Inside Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Imagineering panel at Galactic Night, where we learnt of the incredibly immersive, world-building storytelling that the Imagineering team are currently creating to make Star Wars a reality in real life. And if you'd like to watch the entire half-an-hour panel in full, I'll leave a link to Big Fat Panda's video down below in the description box, as it really is great watching the Imagineers talk so passionately about this project. But now let's get straight into the news, as we now have the official name of the settlement which this land is meant to be representing within the Star Wars universe, as the name of this village settlement that you'll be visiting within Disneyland and Disney's Hollywood Studios is called Spire Outpost, which has the backstory of being a haven for the Resistance fighters and colourful characters and smugglers from all across the galaxy. And you're probably wondering, where does this name come from? Well, the idea is that Batuu, the planet where Galaxy's Edge is meant to be, has these massive ancient petrified trees that have now turned into great big rock spires that we can see here within the concept art. And we can also see are beginning to tower above the sightline at Disneyland and also Walt Disney World's Galaxy's Edge. Now, the name itself within the Star Wars story is that one of these spires was the blackest and most distinctive and became a meeting point on Batuu for all different types of smugglers and different characters across the galaxy. But if you're like me and you're trying to unpack where do all of these different names for this new land fit within the Star Wars universe, here's how we can break it down, as the actual land itself is going to be called Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and will be referenced as so within the marketing. But the story of where you're actually visiting is a planet called Batuu and is now within the Star Wars canon, and the location on Batuu is going to be Spire Outpost. And all of this may be kind of important as part of the Star Wars universe, as with the upcoming movies and TV shows which are currently in production for years to come, either to be released in the episodic saga or on the Disney streaming service, the real question is, who knows when we're going to see Spire Outpost pop up within any one of those movies or TV shows. However, Disney also released inside looks and new details for the absolutely massive trackless dark ride currently being called Battle Escape, as we now have these first inside looks at the huge AT-ATs that will be featured within the attraction, as the main bulk of the ride will take place on board a First Order ship. But what's amazing about all of this is that this is the first time Disney have ever built an AT-AT to scale, with all of the details that will make it functional, and these two walkers will surely play an integral part in the ride's story. But that's not all, as we can now confirm that, as we previously stated on DSNY Newscast back at the beginning of March, that we were completely correct, as this new concept art now shows us the Resistance troop transport that is part of a Battle Escape pre-show and queue, as you'll board this ship and then you'll be transported up to the show building for the second part of the attraction's queue, where your adventure will truly begin. Now, we know that Galaxy's Edge is going to be an amazingly immersive environment that will be filled with ultra-thematic shops within the Merchant's Row section of the new land. But Imagineering have now given us our first look at this creature shop, which will be a kind of pet store within Galaxy's Edge. And Imagineering have stated that they will be bringing these previously unseen creatures to life, which to me sounds as if they'll be animatronics, similar to that of the Collector's Fortress at Disney California Adventure. And if we look at this concept art, we can even see that Porgs will be on display within this creature shop as well. And the last thing, that we now have these new elements of a map of Galaxy's Edge that was given out during the Galactic Night event. And despite us knowing the rough layout of the land so far, it's great to see the actual names that Disney will be giving to certain sections of Galaxy's Edge. And now, sticking with Star Wars, let's talk about the debut of Solo, a Star Wars story. As this past weekend, the Han Solo anthology movie hit theaters with a respectable $148 million worldwide box office opening. However, this is much lower than that of The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and even Rogue One. Now, Disney released a statement stating that they're looking into why this movie in particular has underperformed the expectations. But here's my take on it. As for the last 3 years, Disney have conditioned more casual fans of Star Wars that there will be a brand new Star Wars movie every December. And instead, this year they have decided to switch the formula and release a new movie 6 months after that of The Last Jedi, which many people weren't expecting from Lucasfilm and Star Wars. However, the upside to all of this is that we now have a year and a half until Episode 9 comes out. So Lucasfilm will be able to craft a steady marketing build for the end of this part of the Skywalker trilogy as it comes out in December of 2019. But with all of that being said, I saw Solo, a Star Wars story last Friday, and here's my mini review of the movie. As first of all, I've got to say it's a very enjoyable movie to watch. It really is a blast and a ride and all those other things that you've seen mentioned in other reviews. However, don't go expecting the traditional Star Wars feel of the epic nature within the universe, as it goes in its own direction altogether, following very closely the personal relationship and development of the Han Solo character. Now, I've heard a lot of people rave about Donald Glover's performance as Lando Calrissian, which to be honest was very good, but personally I felt that Alden Ehrenreich's portrayal of Han Solo was spot on and had all of the little touches and mannerisms to make you believe this was a young Han Solo, much like Ewan McGregor did for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, I'm not going to get into spoilers here, but the story to me was great at the beginning, dipped a little bit in the middle, and came out swinging in a big way at the end. But the standout in all of this were the scenes between Chewie and Han. And to be honest, it's worth going just to see the development of their friendship, as it'll make you look at them in a whole new light when re-watching them in the episodic movies. But overall, it delivered as promised a western in space, and was a great addition to the Star Wars canon. But now, it's over to you, the Waltoneers. I would like to know which other kinds of shops and different types of thematic experiences would you like to see within the Merchant's Row section of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, much like we're seeing with Disney creating this creature shop within Galaxy's Edge. And I really do think outside of the box here, as clearly Walt Disney Imagineering are doing exactly the same when it comes to these brand new experiences. And of course, don't forget about the timestamp for where the hidden Mickey appeared somewhere within this video, along with your suggestion or your comment to be in with a chance to win one of these official Waltoneer enamel pins. And congratulations to this Waltoneer here for winning this suggestion from the Toy Story Land video from last Thursday, and also congratulations to this Waltoneer for winning with this suggestion from the Frozen roller coaster breaking news video that we released on Friday. And so that's it for today, so go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel, hit that notification icon so that you always get an update whenever we release a brand new video or breaking news video like this one today. And also, if you've enjoyed today's video, give this video a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.